Folks? Thanks for coming back, or if this is your first time, appreciate you being here. So today, got three properties in Georgia, all for sale by owner. Two are pretty interesting. One I concluded for a very specific reason that could be potential, but we got three, so let's get started here. All right. So our first one is in Butler, Georgia. Unfortunately, right here, there's only one photo and it's blurry and you can't really tell much, but best offer, 4 bedroom, 1.5 bath, 200 square feet, vacant. Okay, and here it says 51,000. All right. Now, as is availability, needs electrical, bedroom floor repair, kitchen, floor tile, carpet, ceiling, windows, doorknobs repair, cut trees in here. So basically, it needs everything. Anything you could have, it pretty much needs it. All right. So it's 1,200 square feet. Not much on here, but let's go take a look at Realtor.com and see what they have to say. So they have a different view. It's showing off market because it's not listed and has it out kind of in the woods. So you can see why they're saying it needs everything. All right. Now, this, yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip over that. They're saying it's worth 76,700. All right, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Let's take a look at Zillow and what Zillow has. Now on Zillow, it actually has 6 photos for this property. All right, 4 bedroom, 1 bath. So let's take a look at all the photos and see what we got going on here. All right, not so bad. Wood paneling to be expected. But the thing is, these photos were taken in 2021. So we don't know if it's gotten worse. It obviously didn't get better, but it's been vacant for that long. I'd imagine it's gotten worse. So here's the exterior, hallway, got some water damage, like I said, the roof, wood paneling. Yeah, gonna need to mow that. More wood paneling, some sort of bathroom, I would imagine. Not really too much. Can't really tell what's going on here, but it gives you a little bit of an idea, sort of what you're walking into. Now, it has that 51,000. Redfin has the same photo. They're saying 101 for this property. Okay, sure. All right. I don't really know where they're getting that price from, but we'll just go with it. If you go back into Zillow, here's where I come up with this. This is interesting. It needs a lot of rework. Basically, same thing. Place windows, doorknobs, Georgia clay. You must be paid to seller, attorney, sale contract. Buyer must pay all closing costs and make full payment to the closing attorney. That's all negotiable. But here's the interesting here's the interesting part, folks. 870 days this thing's been listed. So they might be willing to negotiate because obviously this is a bit excessive. This is just like, come on, man. And you're looking at almost 3 years you've been listed on this property. So that's the reason I'm including it in here. Now, once again, there's Redfin. Let's see what the property appraiser has the value set at, right? Okay. Funny. Property appraiser has it as 51,200. And bear in mind, when they come up with that pricing, it's supposed to be in fair market value. It's supposed to be like livable. At 51.2, and this guy is asking 51. Okay, well, we know we got the pricing, but he's not set on the repairs that need to be made to the property. So, it's interesting only because it's been listed for so long. They're probably willing to negotiate. And if not, oh well, they're the ones that stuck with it, right? So in here, this is why I said don't pay attention to that part earlier, was it's multiple parcels. I mean, they bought a bunch of properties in 2001, so that's why the 475 doesn't really come into play. Now let's take a look at where this thing is located. All right, so here's our subject property. Let's go out. I've never been to Butler, Georgia, so I don't know anything about it, but at the end of the day, it's just about the numbers. So there's Columbus. All right, it gives us a good idea, and there's Montgomery. All right. So you're in between Columbus and Macon. All right. I'm sure Street View is going to be amazing. Let's take a look. And there you go. This picture was taken in 2023. So it doesn't look like anything has been done since then. I can't imagine it would. Remember, these things are basically living organisms. Once they stop being paid attention to, they start falling apart pretty quick. It's not hard. So yeah, you kind of got the force. Does it come back in? This thing's going to be a lot of work. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad from there. Also, what I noticed was that there are some photos in the property appraiser, and this is where they snagged that same one for the 5. So that's 20. That's 22. Another one in 22. So they had some photos, give you a good idea. Just imagine it's got more since then. So let's take this thing. They're asking 51. Let's say it's worth 51, right? Let's just put our numbers in here. 51,000. All right. So we've got our max 39. Let's see, taxes you're going to do. Let's do 3,000 like always. Square foot. What was the square footage just thing? What was it? Anybody have the square footage? I don't remember. 1,200. Let's put 1,200. Let's go with our average $30 a square to rehab. Yeah. Yeah. You see that? You see that? That's not good. You know. But I have a feeling you could probably get it for cheaper. Figure like maybe 22 a square. You know, something like that. That's if it's worth 51. I have a feeling it's probably worth more than 51 because it is the size of it. You know, I mean, we're looking at a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's going to be worth more than $51,000. Let's be honest. So let's put it at 100 to make it easy. Let's do 100. I think 100 is fair. So say it's worth 100. Keep all the numbers the same. Let's put you at 22 squared rehab. Total cost 27. Acquisition is 47. Max price 45. But if you're a wholesaler, let's put your $5,000 on there to make it easy. Most you can pay is 40 for that if you're a wholesaler. 45, 46 if you're the end buyer. That's at 22 a square to rehab though, right? If we do our 30, which I always like, you can do about 37, as you can see, 38. Then this one's 37, and then wholesaler max can be at 32. So if it's worth 100, which I probably feel that it is worth 100, I mean, it's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath. You know, that seems about fair for that type of property. So somewhere in there, but that asking price at 51, that's not doable. Remember, it's been on there for almost 3 years. So, you know, make that guy an offer. What's the worst he says? No. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's go on to our next one. This is another for sale by owner in Wrightsville, Georgia. They are asking $75 for it. And they did include some photos, which is cool. It's kind of a craftsman style property. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. And 20 of them, so that's not too bad. All right, looks like columns are missing. All right. It's not a bad looking house, to be honest with you. A little damage. That's nothing. Looks like it's OG original. All right. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right. Wallpaper is amazing. Looks like they were heavy, heavy smokers. So if they are, that place is going to stink. So just prepared to deal with that. Probably someone passed away in the property. That's reasons for sale. All right, we got bedroom. Another bedroom. Drop ceiling. Wood paneling, of course. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. It's actually in not bad shape. This was someone's family home. Yeah, someone passed away. More drop ceiling. This really isn't too bad. I'd want to get rid of this. There's some water damage there. That could be a closet. Laundry room, maybe? No, dining room. Okay. Lots of walkers. Some wood flooring. What's going on here? There you go. There it is. That's what we want to see. That's what we're looking for. Okay. You know, overall, I kind of like this. I would make an offer on this if I was in that part of town. Yeah. I would make an offer on this. This is not too bad. This is a cool house. So they are asking 75, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,560 square feet. That's pretty big. All right, dream home nonsense. Layout, unconventional layout, of course. 2 well-appointed bedrooms, I've covered convenience. Blah blah blah. Okay, all right. Sold as is. Been there for 35 days. Okay, no worries. So they're saying they're asking 75 for it. Okay. Realtor doesn't have it on there, of course, because it's not listed. They're saying it's worth 6,500, $60,500. Redfin has it worth 96, almost $97,000. All right. Now let's see what the property appraiser has it listed as. Okay. Now this is where it gets interesting. They're saying it's only worth 34.5, right? So just for convenience, $35,000. Someone quit claimed it in 2024 for 20 grand. 20 grand. So, hey, I don't think they did too much to it. Obviously, it doesn't look like it. It's up to you to decide whether or not you want to pay the difference on that. But let's take a look at where this is located. All right, so here's our subject property. All right. There's Wrightsville. We're going to keep going out. Let's then catch up. Where are we? All right, there's Macon. There's Augusta, Statesboro. Okay, so you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, which is cool. If you're into the country stuff, no big deal. And Street View is going to have us looking. Let's see. This picture was captured in 23. Let's see what's going on in the neighborhood. Okay. Looks quiet. Looks clean. All right. Someone lived in that thing forever. Let's see what this neighbor looks like. Okay. Yeah, no worries. All right. Let's say they are asking 75, right? Redfin says it's worth 96. Let's just make it easy. Let's say it's worth 100,000. All right. We're going to keep everything the same. But what we're going to have to increase, obviously, now is the square footage. 2560, right? 2560. Womp womp. Okay, now here's an interesting situation, right? Because do you think you need to does that thing need a full rehab? No, it doesn't. It's technically moving condition, so we can kind of adjust the cost per square foot to what we feel would be appropriate. Let's say it costs $10 a square, right? Yeah, that's not too bad because you're not replacing everything. You're just doing a few small things. We need to find out what that water leak is. Bathroom's going to run you about $5,000, but so you just adjust it based on the square footage, right? I mean, the cost per square foot to rehab, right? Okay, so once again, like the other 100,000, you're at 76, 3 square footage, 10 bones. You're about $26,000 a square to rehab the entire property at the level it needs to be done. Acquisition price $48,000. They're asking 75. It doesn't support the 75 in the condition it's in. If it was in turnkey, sure, but right now, no. 46.6 if you're the end buyer with the commission. Okay, not too bad. And then your wholesaler, you're looking at 42,000, the most you could pay for it. I like that property. I would be interested in purchasing it if I was in that part of Georgia. That's not a bad property. That's a good starter. That's a good retirement, raise a family there. It seems like it's a quiet end, or renters. I don't know what the rentals are in that area, but that was not too bad. So if anyone's in that area, you might want to go check that guy out. It's not too bad. All right. So then our last one is a for sale by owner as well. Now, what's interesting about this is that it is super cheap, but it's also tiny, right? So it's in Columbus, Georgia. They're asking $19,500. It's for sale by owner. It's a 2-1 with 720 square feet, but it's like 2 stories, sort of. It's on a hill or something. But anyway, they did include some photos, so that's kind of cool. Let's take a look at these real quick. It's been boarded up for quite a while. That's not something that was just done. You can just tell by how it looks, obviously. You know what I mean? Look at the yard. That's been sitting there for quite a while. Back's boarded up. Back lot. All right. When someone replaced, you got water damage to be expected in there. This guy's been vacant for quite a while. All right. Now, look at this. Check this out. That's nice. It is in pretty clean shape. It's not the worst, not the best, but they gave us a small indication of what it's like going to be on the inside. This is definitely something you want to go look at. Don't make an offer on this online unless you've seen this. But at 19.5, it's interesting. All right, so let's see what they're saying. Investor special, equity, fix and flow, blah blah blah. only been there 2 days. So, brand new. What does Realtor have this thing worth? Realtor is saying 64,000 for a 2-1, 728 square feet. Okay, all right, maybe. What does Redfin have this guy at? Well, Redfin has that 25,000 for sale, right? On Zillow, 19.5. So if you go talk to this person, you're going to go 19.5. You're not going to offer 25, right? Same photos, I believe. Yeah, it's the same photos. They didn't add anything extra. You never know the way these things are set up. Okay. Any other information? Make an offer, complete remodel necessary, but the bones are good shape. It's from downtown. It's going to won't last this price. I don't know. We'll see. But for, like I said, they're offering 25. Got 19 on Zillow. So I'm going to 19. Let's take a look at what the property appraiser has it as. All right. Property appraiser has it at 31.5. Seems a little low. But, hey, that's for them to decide, not me. All right, let's take a look where this guy's located. All right, so you're right off the Highway 27. You're right next to the line, Alabama-Georgia line, right there. You are right there. All right, let's go a little further out. You're north of Columbus. You're in North Columbus, actually. So, it gives you a good idea where you're located. So you can see there's Montgomery. And there's Columbus, and there's Macon. All right, so you're right in between the two. All right, let's check out the street view. See what we get. Basically the same photo. This was taken in 24. It's a woodsy street. What's going on down here? Not too much. Let's see what this neighbor's house looks like. All right, par for the course, about what I expected. All right, this is the way we're going to go. Now, see, this guy's in good shape. We'll go one more, just take a look. Dead end down here, so you're not going to have too much through traffic. Yeah, I think this thing's worth more than that 31. Okay, let's run our numbers. All right, so they're asking 19.5. They're saying 64 is the value. Let's put it at 64 and see what happens. 64,000. And we're going to keep this at 728 square feet. All right. Rehab, we don't know what that thing looks like, so I'm going to do 30 for our baseline. 64,000. Acquisition price would be 24. Max with commission is 23.5, and if your wholesaler max is 18.5. Now, do we think it's worth 64,000? Maybe. It is tiny. It's going to need a lot of work. I feel like that thing might be worth 75, just because of that neighborhood. So, if you're at 70, if it's worth 75, and you're at $30 a square, you can pay up to 32, 31, and 26. So it's not too bad. It is doable. I think somewhere between that 64 and 75 is reasonable. I mean, of course, if you can get your price per square foot rehab lower at $20, it's a killer deal. It really is. So I would be interested in looking at this. If you're in that area, if you're in Columbus, go take a look at this thing. Get a look at that inside and see what it really needs, because you can base it upon how much you think you're going to spend per square foot. Because, it is only 728 square feet. It's a 2-1, but neighborhood's good. So that's something to always consider. So with that being said, folks, that's the end of this one. Just a quick little video about Georgia. Any questions, by all means, like I always say, leave a message in the comments or shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So always remember, you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.